guys, welcome to Approved Detailing. Today you've caught me on the floor because today we're going to talk about this Huracan Evo. So this belongs to a regular client of ours. However, he had this PPF done back in 2019. I believe the car was new back then. And he really brought the car in, actually not for us to do much work on it, but we are going to do 2 or 3 wheel refurbs on the car. And then also he asked us to tidy up the PPF because it's looking a bit tired and old. And then we started looking at the PPF. So, have you ever heard a bit of a English saying, which might be a little bit controversial to say on camera, but have you ever heard the saying, you can't polish a turd? Basically, it means if there's something bad already, or if somebody say a bad person, and then you try to help them by improving things, but they're a bad person anyway, you can't polish a turd. A turd is a, we'll put the emoji on screen. But anyway, so the PPF on this car, we felt like we can trim it up and we can make it look a little bit nicer. But to be honest, there's problems with every single panel where it's old and tired and the installation and the material was not that good in the first place. So by the time that I'm done picking out all the issues with this car, the car's going to look like it has a disease because we are putting masking tape, like we always do, to highlight any problem areas. So this car not only has a few actual damages to the PPF itself, so you can see like here, for example, actually the installation in the first place was not really nice at all. So for example, if you come here, you can see hopefully this dark line. For example, this is where the edge of the PPF is maybe too close to the edge and it's came loose, maybe because of the type of material used, and there's a bit of sand under there. So we could trim this off and make it look nice or nicer, but the problem is it's all over the car. So for example, yeah, see you've got it here. If I trim this in an attempt to make it look nice, the existing PPF, I would have to trim it at least up here because otherwise, you know, you can't repair this area here. So the gap will be really big, which of course with PPF, especially on a car like this, you want maximum coverage as best as possible. And then if you look at where's a good place for you to see on camera, even have a look down here, for example. You can see where the cuts weren't very nice. So for example, this should be more rounded, but the cut's just wonky and freehand, not how it should be. So yeah, join us over the next few days where we remove this PPF, change it to a complete fresh one, and the car is going to be given a new lease of life. Hi guys, welcome back. So we are a couple of days later and we are removing the paint protection film still. Is that correct, Walters?
Yeah.
Yeah? He was a bit shocked. He didn't know that I was gonna do this.
Yeah.
So if you guys come around here, actually when you remove paint protection film that's potentially of a lower quality and even some of the higher quality ones as well, they actually do have sometimes, unfortunately, a lot of sticky glue residue, so it kind of looks a little bit violent what we're doing right now, but I promise you it's not going to cause any issue to the paint. Also, don't forget the car is going to get a full polish anyway, so please don't worry about what you see there. He is just rubbing off the residue, nothing else. So yeah, we're still working on it here. It's still, yeah, nice and sticky and stinky where we've had the glue remover on there as well, because this car did have a pretty big amount of glue. So join us over the next couple of days and we start to put the new PPF back on. Guys, so the guys are working quite quickly on this car. So we'll put in some shots of the previous PPF that's gone on the car, but I want to show you the little map that we have because all of our PPF, as you guys know, is pre-cut. So there's so many individual parts, as you can see, and the guys basically use this as a tick list so they know what's gone on the car, what hasn't, so they can check. Because where it's literally clear PPF, sometimes it can be very difficult to make sure that you've done every single tiny piece. And of course, it's pretty embarrassing and pretty bad if we miss one single tiny thing. So we have to have this. And don't forget, these templates are not just standard templates. We also extend them. What does that mean? Well, for example, original templates, if you come down here, sometimes original templates on any car, they can go right to the edge. Have a scrap of PPF on my thumbnail there. They can go right to the edge. But if they go right to the edge, they finish here. So why would you not cover underneath, right? Sometimes the templates are just like this. So our brilliant designers that are in-house, they extend the templates by about this much so they can tuck it underneath. Then you've got full coverage here and full protection. Sometimes the templates are just like this, but we always do maximum coverage wherever physically possible. Guys, today is handover day for this absolutely beautiful Huracan. It's looking shiny, it's looking transformed, it's looking perfect, and wait until you see it under the sun. We are just doing our sign-off sheet. Matt, how are you, Matt? Matt doesn't want to talk, but I'm going to ask him to talk. What are we doing here? Can you explain about our sign-off sheet, what we're doing now?
So we will do the checking first, and then final checking, and then we can release it to the customer.
Yes, so we all sign it off. So the salesperson working on the car will sign it off, the team leader of the car will sign it off, and then the operations manager, Matt, will sign it off. Therefore, 3 people have looked over the car because at the end of the day, the PPF is fresh. It could peel whilst we're even doing the checking now. So best that 3 people sign it off, ensure that it's perfectly perfect before it leaves. So without further ado, let's go hand over the car. Let's show you how it is under the sun. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye!